Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here, and well, I've been busy today. I know I'm busy quite a lot, but I did yesterday and today I've been doing some batch recording of the giveaways. So the other day I did the hump day, not as many as I'd like, but a few. And then yesterday and today, because I didn't do many yesterday, I was doing the Sunday ones, and I thought, you know, if I could do that, then that would free up time for other things. So that's what I've done. And then once I'd finished that, I decided to do a whip along. So that's for today. So later on today, because obviously this is yesterday for you, my today is your tomorrow and all that stuff. So I decided to have another little go with this, and I was playing yarn chicken at the end. You'll have to see if I made it or if I had to get another cake, but you'll have to see in the video. But this is now the blanket. It's quite a big square now, and I wanted to get some yellow for the edging, and so I scoured my stashes of yellow, and in my shop I have King Cole Cherished, and it's a lovely pale one, and I figured that although it's not exactly the same colour, this is more of a, well, it's got more warmth to it than this, but it's far enough away from it, I think, to bring in. I don't know, I'm still thinking about this, because there we go, that's what it would look like. It's not the same yellow. If I can find a yellow that is a little bit more this colour, because it's kind of a little more orangey. Do you see what I mean? It looks very yellow until you see it up against this yellow, and then you can see that there's warmth in it, because they're, yeah. But it's a nice yellow. It's more than I thought I had. I thought all the ones I had were like lemon, you know, like citrusy lemon, like bright. But then I suddenly thought, hang on, I remember Cherished had a nice one, and it's not very thick, the strand on this Cherished, but it is a beautiful yarn, and it is super soft, lovely. So I might use that, we'll see. Thinking about that one. So that's what I was doing with my day. And yesterday I watched a bit of TV in the evening. It was more music really, and while that was on, I did some of my crochet along for my cotton picnic blanket, and I did quite a big chunk, but in different colours. So I'm not sure if I'm ready to do the tutorial or whether I want to add to it, but I've already done the square when I couldn't sleep, so I'm kind of getting there this week. Not such a bad week as before, so yeah, getting there. Although I do feel a bit lost. Do you ever feel like that? For no reason whatsoever, you just feel a bit kind of up in the air. You can't quite put your finger on why, but there's this, the rug falling from your feet, you know, just there's that feeling. I don't know what it is. There isn't anything wrong. I don't have any any problems. It's just this niggle in the back of my head that I'm not fully in charge of me. You know what I mean? That sounds weird. Does that sound like my basket case? Well, maybe. But you know, I just feel like, do you ever feel like that? Like you're not quite sure, but something is afoot. No, that's a hand, but that's a foot. But you know what I mean? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe. Anyway, Gary's home, and his hand is still the same. And I said to him, you know, we're going to have to go back to the doctors if they can't, if it doesn't get any better, then we're just going to have to go back, and hopefully they'll refer him somewhere, because they don't have a clue what it is. He had an x-ray. I thought it was clear, but he said they told him he'd have to wait a week for the results of it. Bit a long while really, but I don't know. So the doctor was stumped really, and I guess he said it could be gout, but you know, it hasn't responded. It hasn't responded to the treatment that he has. And yesterday the swelling started to go down, and then all of a sudden it flared right up again. So don't know. It is one of those mysteries. It's got a mystery arm. But you know, for Gary it's quite a thing, because he's usually so hands-on everything, you know. To suddenly lose the ability to be hands-on, it's very annoying. So today for you guys, I might go to see the new Formula One movie. Been thinking about doing that, but today for me, confusing, isn't it? Anyway, I was meant to cook lamb shanks, and guess who forgot to put them in the slow cooker. I was busy with all that extra work I was giving myself to make life easier. Yeah, something went wrong there, didn't it? Anyway, so in all that, I forgot to put it in, and I remembered it too late. So I think, okay, well, we've got other stuff in the fridge, you see, so we'll have something else. So yeah. So tomorrow I would like to have the lamb shanks, but it means that if we go out, we've got to come back and then do dinner quite late. Oh, I don't know. It's such a kerfuffle. Life is such a kerfuffle sometimes. It's all a kerfuffle is what it is. Let's have a look, because we now have a new day. We have a new day and a new picture. It was this, yeah, that one. What have we got here? Let's have a look. Purple with black writing. I'm tired of our kind dying because of the idiocy of others. We're smarter than them. That's what Boba Fett said. So I thought it was Mandalorian, but it's not. It's Boba and Fennec Shand again. We're on a Boba kick. Let's have a look and see why your cat thinks you're an idiot. My cat's behaving very strangely today. Normally she wants to go out, not today. And it was overcast today, this morning, so it wasn't stormy or anything like that, and it wasn't hot. So I went out there and I gave her some food like I normally do, and she went back in. And I was like, your food, you know, food? And she's like looking at me, walked in. So I thought, it's not right. So I kind of took her out, put her by a bowl, and then I went in and shut the door. So she had to try and eat it, right? Anyway, then I found her like asleep on the decking, and all of a sudden like got really sunny again and hot. So I opened the door of the decking, of the conservatory, and she came in, and she was meowing for food, and she was sitting by a bowl, which is a biscuit bowl. And I thought, do you want biscuits? I gave her some. She's just been behaving oddly. She normally loves that wet food, so I have no clue what's going on with her. She's just in one, having a funny 5 minutes. Okay, this is scheduling their breaks, where he was sitting on the man on the loo. Why is it always our fault when they can't meet their deadlines? So, it was your cat again. Well, you know, I told you about my cat turning my computer upside down. The actual screen was totally upside down for ages. Took me a while to figure that one. Wasn't Fluffy, it was Norris. Norris was a cranky cat. She was grumpy looking, and Michael named her after Norris from Coronation Street because she was so grumpy. But only looking. She wasn't grumpy. She loved me, and who she loved. But other than that, she would give you like the, you know, the go by. She didn't want everybody. But if she liked you and she wanted to sit on you, she was going to sit on you. We had another cat called Ginge, who was a bully. And she was a bully, like, I am sitting on you. And she would get in such a position that she became like a ton weight, and you couldn't push her off because she distributed her weight perfectly so that she was anchored. And she was like, I'm on your lap, whether you like it or not. And when the boys, I think it was mostly Michael, had a girlfriend and they'd come round, they'd always be like weak and feeble. And they could never push her off because they weren't strong enough. It's like Ginge dominated them. It's like, I'm staying. And I'd just go like pick her up and put her on the floor. We try to push her off. It's like pushing against them. No, I'm sitting on you. And while I'm sitting on you, I'm going to dribble and I'm going to do this. She was horrible to have you on your lap. She really was. Just nothing but dribble and this all the time. Anyway, a long while ago. But she was a bully. She bossed the house. She didn't boss me much. She was a very intelligent cat though. Like she knew exactly how to stand so they couldn't get her off. But she could come in and out of the house without, you know, like, she used to be able to open the door. She could open the window. She could get in and out easy. It was quite clever really. Oh my goodness. I feel quite tired today. And that's because I had somebody come round a little while ago, and it makes me have to do this late. So whereas I would have been done and dusted and, you know, got the potatoes in, having jacket again, and you know, Gary came home. He wanted to pop to the club over the road for like sit in the garden and stuff, but obviously we couldn't. And I was like, oh, we've not eaten and we're hungry, so I'm definitely put the food on ready. So yeah, I kind of feel like I'm going to be doing stuff till quite late this evening, but I might have a bit of a rest. I over crocheted, you know, I overdid it with the crocheting. I crocheted and hurt my hand doing it, kind of, for too, you know, did it for too long, and it was heavy. The cotton was heavy, and the blanket was heavy. So I kind of crocheted too much last night, and then I did the crochet along today. So, you know, the whip alongy crochet buddy. So yeah, I feel like I've done so much all at once. And in between then, you know, I was doing the square and all that sort of stuff. So I just think my hands need a bit of a rest from twiddling bits of twiddling string. Well, so yeah, got steak for dinner then. Gary bought it. It's not fillet or anything, but hopefully it'll be nice. Hopefully. We really do need to do a shop. Yeah, I do, definitely, 100%. We're kind of, you know, when I said to him, like, well, can you go into Morrison's and can you get some potatoes and get some mushrooms, because we're out. We just need to go and do a whole big shop. Like, oh, get some butter while you're there, get this, you know, what we need to do is get a day where we can do a proper shop and fill up the house. I was hungry early, I was starving, doing my whip along, and my stomach started to rumble, and I suddenly thought, I don't have anything to eat. Ah, wait, I've got one of those little char rolls. Now I'm serious, right? They are that big, and so I had one, so I cut it in half and I put some cheese in it, and I thought, boy, this has got to last me until Gary comes home and we can have dinner. So that's all I've had. It was that big, seriously, and gluten-free. Oh well. If I don't lose weight, I should want to know why. It's not because I'm trying. It's because I don't have anything to eat. I'm so poor. I've got nothing in. Got nothing left. Anyway, we'll go shopping soon. Rectify said situation. So yeah, I'm sorry it's not going to be a mega long one today, but I feel a bit, I don't know why. I think I've just overdone stuff, you know, and perhaps I'm in need of food. Maybe that is what it is. Perhaps I've got some low blood sugar going on here, I think. Might be the reason. But I do feel a little bit woozy. I had a coffee with my MCT oil in it, my whitener, should I say. And maybe they kind of make you a little coffee, you know, caffeine, a little bit racy, and then all of a sudden crash down with no energy. And that's a bit how I feel. So I definitely need to get to have some food. So yeah, gotta wait until the potatoes done though. So I'm going to get off and upload this. I know it's not a big video, and I do apologise, but I'm sure you don't really want to listen to me like flaking out and I haven't got anything. Not, oh, hang on, I suppose I could go and eat an egg. Well, when I exploded as well there, did you see my face? It was like a bullfrog went. Nice, nice. Just wanted to look like a bullfrog. Anyway, I'm going to get off, upload this, see you on the next one. Hopefully I'll have a bit more energy. I'll have had some food inside me and won't have low blood sugar. Let me know what you think about the yellow. I don't think I'm going to find one that's like this, because this is obviously, it's got the warm colours in it from all the pinks and, you know, kind of orangey vibe going on in there. I don't think it's, see, I wanted it pale, but it's more of a cooler pale. What do you think? Is it going to go? Don't know. Let me know what you think. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Take care. Bye for now.